Hey Larry, I've got Diane here. She's going to give you a walkthrough of some ideas and samples of colors and other tips for what you're trying to do with your design. Here, I'll let Diane do most of the talking out while I film here.
Hi, Larry. It's nice to e-meet you. Thank you for your beautiful video. Your space is absolutely gorgeous. Um, the answer to your question is, in terms of what paint color should you select, is that you should think about the space holistically. You mentioned that you're going to be replacing floors as well as perhaps the finishing in the cabinets. So what I'm about to show you takes all of that into consideration. So I'm going to just show you broad brush concepts for a warm scheme and a cool scheme. This, if you can't tell, is a purple piece of fabric that's representative of the beautiful sectional sofa that you have, which makes a really beautiful statement in the space. And you mentioned that you would change out the floors. So it would be my recommendation to change the floors to, in the kitchen and in the family room, to the same material, whatever that may be. So let's just pretend you chose a really nice, light, warm wood tone. So if that were the case, as we're going to be moving on into the warm scheme, what you might want to consider is incorporating a rug underneath your sofa that ties in a little bit of the purple and maybe some of the warmer tones. For the walls, I would recommend keeping the walls light and bright. So I would select a nice warm off-white color, and once you really start to think about this, I'd be more than happy to identify exact Benjamin Moore or Sherwin-Williams paint colors for you guys. But I would keep it nice and light and bright and warm. Sort of picks up the warm colors in the wood tones. And yellow is actually the opposite color of purple on the color wheel, so the warm colors look really nice with purple. You have these existing cabinets and trim. I'm not sure what color the cabinets are in your kitchen. I'm assuming they might be the same color. You mentioned that you are considering changing that color out. One idea would be to keep it really light and bright and paint all of your trim out a nice bright white color. And then you can start to incorporate other throw pillows in the warm family, in warm beiges. Oh, and let's not forget about your black Eames lounge and ottoman. Ties everything nicely. Every room needs a little touch of black. So that's one concept. And you could also consider an accent color, maybe a nice teal accent color. So here's a warm scheme with a bit of a cooler accent in the teal. So let's switch this up a little bit and take all of these pieces off the board, and let's talk about a cool scheme. So let's pretend that you've decided to replace the floor with maybe a driftwood gray tone in the floor.
I call it farmhouse chic because you are chic and you live near a farm.
So again, you could do something similar with the rug underneath your sofa that ties in the black of your Eames lounge and ottoman, the purple in your sofa. I actually really love this cool floor color. And then what you can do on the walls, again, keeping it light and bright, but you can do a cooler tone on the walls. So sort of a warm gray for the walls, again, nice and light. And then your existing cabinetry actually works really well as is in this scheme because the warm plays off the cool in a really nice way. And you could even start to tie everything together with some warm gray pillows and accent pieces. And maybe you throw in some accent colors in gold, which really ties in sort of this wood tone that you have existing already. If you wanted to get rid of that wood tone, if you're really interested in something new, again, you could paint everything out white for a really sleek, modern effect. Oh, we've got to put your Eames chair in there. You could also go back to the teal accent color. You could even consider painting out the cabinets, maybe a darker gray. Maybe it's not the entire cabinet that's painted out gray. Maybe it's part of the cabinets, the back of the cabinets, or drawers only. I'd have to look at it more closely. The other thing you could do is you could consider doing it seems like you're into mid-century, you could do a nice mid-century walnut stain on the cabinets, which looks really lovely with the cooler tones on the scheme. So there you have it. 2 different schemes, a warm and a cool. And like I said, once you figure out which direction you're going to go in with the floor and the trim color for your cabinets, I'd be happy to help you pick that exact paint color. We can look at a fan deck and I can email you some options. Thank you. We hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend.
Thanks, Larry. I'll send this soon. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.